Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. So amazing to be here in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. More than 10,000 people from all around the world came here. What an exciting place to be here. But I want to bring us way back to why we're all excited about this and why we're here. Because we're breaking chains with blockchains. But that can have a lot of different meanings. We're breaking the chains that tie us to the past with this new exciting technology that enables people all over the world to transact with each other directly, peer-to-peer, without needing permission from anybody, anywhere in the world, instantly and basically for free. We're breaking the chains of oppressive regulations upon people that don't deserve to have those regulations impressed upon them. Empowering literally every single human being on the planet that has access to the internet to have a more free life in many different ways, both financially, personally, economically, in all sorts of different ways. And it's really why here I am at almost 15 years involved in this space. And I see a lot of familiar people out there in the audience as well. Thank you so much for that. But the reason I'm still here after almost 15 years is because we're not there yet. Most of the world is still using fiat currencies. Most of the world hasn't seen the full benefit of these cryptocurrencies for the world. But we're on the way. We can feel it, right? We're on the way. So many people are here. There's cryptocurrency stuff happening all over the world all the time. And the momentum is just building and building and building. And just like we can see, people used to ride horses in the past to, Cobra Mustangs now, and like flying drone cars are just about here for the public. Like they're coming really, really soon. So everything's just picking up the pace, including all the adoption that's happening in the world of cryptocurrency. And that brings us to, did I not hit click? There we go. Decentralized, right? This is for all over the world, right? Literally, every single human being on the planet with access to the internet has access to this now. This is one of the most exciting things to ever come out to the entire world because it's the entire world all at once being connected via money. And a lot of people don't realize just how important money is. Money is a form of speech. And a lot of people don't realize that, but money is speech. Anytime you buy anything with your money, you're transmitting information. When you go to the store and buy Coca-Cola or Pepsi or water or whatever it is you're buying, from peanut butter to paper napkins, you're transmitting the information to those different companies that you want whatever it is that you're buying, and they should continue to buy more of that or produce more of that for people to buy. And there's a fantastic book I would like to recommend everybody should read. It's called iPencil. And it's just an amazing, amazing book. And it's something so simple. It's the story of a pencil told from the point of view of a pencil. And the pencil tells everybody, there's not a single human being alive on the planet that knows how to make me. So who here thinks they know how to make a pencil? Can I see? Does anyone know how to make a pencil? Not too many hands are going up. And if you think you know how to make a pencil, you're wrong. And after reading this book, you'll realize, wow, there's really not a single human being alive on the planet that knows how to make a pencil. And the reason for that is even something as simple as a pencil, so many people all over the world, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people come together to collaborate to build something as simple as a pencil. Whether it's the lumberjacks chopping down the wood to make the pencil, whether it's the rubber trees in Indonesia, and then the factory that refines the rubber, or the little metal tip on the end that's dug out of some sort of metal ore out of the ground with the machinery to do that, and then maybe the smelting company that does that, and then the graphite that's in the pencil, or the yellow paint that's made from dye from somewhere else in a dye factory, and then the people that work in the factory have to get the food that they eat and it's produced somewhere else, and literally all these people that never talk with words to each other all come together to communicate with each other in this decentralized manner to produce everything that we want, from whether it's something as simple as a pencil or an iPhone or this big giant conference, but it's the money that transmits the information to all these people around the world that lets them come together to be able to do that. And that's a really, really, really amazing, amazing thing. And anytime anybody's blocking the flow of money, they're blocking the flow of that information that allows people to cooperate around the world to produce the things that people want. And that's why these decentralized blockchains working as peer-to-peer cash are so incredibly important to enable people to be able to communicate more freely financially around the world to make the world a better place for all these things. And when I hit the clicker, it turns red and the next slide doesn't come. So I'll just talk without the next slide if it doesn't come over. There we go. So anybody can participate. Literally anybody. And if you're here at this conference, you're already participating. But I want to implore you, like, if you're not already paying for as many of your bills with cryptocurrency as you can, start. And take the fiat money that you would have normally used to pay those bills and buy more cryptocurrency. That's the way we can spread it. So anytime you need to pay back a friend, say, hey, let me pay you in crypto. Or anytime a friend needs to pay you something, say, hey, can you pay me in crypto? Or ask your employer, hey, pay me in crypto. And that's how we can get more and more people around the world using cryptocurrency as money. Because if we want to see the benefits for the world of cryptocurrency, we need to be using it as something more than just a speculative asset. Let's use it for money for everybody all over the planet, because that's how we're going to make the world a better place sooner rather than later. And it's completely permissionless to use. I see what was happening. I hit the clicker multiple times and my additional slides came out. So again, no prerequisite qualifications. Literally, anybody on the planet can use this without having to have an ID, without having to have anything at all. And one really exciting aspect of this too, I guarantee you, right, AI is just right around the corner. Bank of America is not going to open a bank account for AI. The Bank of England is not going to open a bank account for AI. NBD Bank here in the United Arab Emirates, well, they're pretty progressive here. Maybe they will, but most banks aren't going to open a bank account for AI. AI is going to be using cryptocurrency, right? So whether you're human or superhuman intelligence, cryptocurrency is for you. Any sort of thinking entity out there will be able to use cryptocurrencies, and that's a really, really exciting thing for the world as well. And again, this is peer-to-peer. People can use it to pay each other, send and receive payments with anyone anywhere on the planet. But AIs are going to use cryptocurrency to pay you, or for you to pay it, or to pay other AIs. Like, this is literally not just money for every single human being on the planet. It's money for every single conscious entity on the planet. And just a little past story of my involvement in Bitcoin. Early on the Bitcoin talk forums, maybe in, I don't know, 2012, there was a thread talking about what's your favorite thing about Bitcoin? And people were talking about it, and some people said, oh, I like it because it's, there's a limited supply, or I like it because I can hold my own money, or I like it for a lot of reasons we've probably heard already. But one of the more entertaining reasons that somebody posted is they posted that finally, they said they like Bitcoin so much because finally, when humans make contact with extraterrestrial entities, we don't have to be embarrassed about the type of money we're using anymore. And if you think about that, humans for thousands of years have been using little round pieces of metal, or more recently, pieces of paper. That's old, antiquated technology. And now with the invention of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, we no longer have to be embarrassed about the type of money we're using. And I think that's really a fun point. So, and again, this is for everybody all over the world. You don't need a centralized institution. It works for everybody right now, today, without middlemen. That's so important, so important. And I'm really glad to see all the cryptocurrency adoption happening around the world, but I think a lot of people get confused about the difference between a cryptocurrency account and a cryptocurrency wallet. With a cryptocurrency wallet, you have the private keys yourself, and you're in charge of the money yourself. But we see a lot of people mislabeling cryptocurrency accounts as wallets, and that's really doing a big disservice for the world. And so I'm glad to see all the adoption that's going on in places like El Salvador. But it's important to understand that the state-mandated software for people to use Bitcoin there, it's an account, not a wallet. And if you're using an account, you're basically back in the old system where they can freeze your account, block your payments, monitor everything you're doing. You're missing almost all of the benefits of cryptocurrency if you're using an account rather than a wallet. And so that's why it's so incredibly important for people to use cryptocurrency wallets, or at least have the option to use a wallet and not be forced into using some sort of a custodian. And so I'll recommend, I think, two of my favorite wallets. I think, of course, the Bitcoin.com wallet, but another wallet I really like that I have absolutely no vested interest in whatsoever, other than it's a fantastic wallet. And there's a lot of them out there, but I really like Trust Wallet. That's also a fantastic wallet. So, but that's not to say that the other wallets out there aren't fantastic as well. But make sure you're not using a scam wallet that's actually an account. So an example of that is a wallet of Satoshi. Satoshi, if he's alive, he'll be upset. If he's in his grave, he's rolling over in his grave over a wallet of Satoshi. It's not a wallet, it's an account. So please, people, understand the difference between a wallet and an account. And let's see, there we go. Because if you're using a wallet, you can transact freely. If you're using an account, you're at other people's mercy. So please, please, please understand the difference between wallets and accounts and understand just what a big deal that is for everybody there. So, because if you want to be able to send and receive payments freely and not be at someone else's control, you need to be able to use a wallet and not an account. And that's why I'm slightly distracted because my clicker doesn't work quite how I expected it to work here. So there we go. And again, transactions are fast on most blockchains, but not all blockchains. And one of the reasons why today I think most people know me about Bitcoin Cash a little bit more than Bitcoin, but I used to be the face of Bitcoin from 2011 until 2015, 16, 17, somewhere in there. I was one of the very main faces of Bitcoin because Bitcoin transactions used to be super fast, super reliable, peer-to-peer cash for the entire world. Today, that's not necessarily the case on Bitcoin or Ethereum or some other things, but that's great that now there's thousands of other competing cryptocurrencies. Just like it's great that there's competition between all these different automakers and computer manufacturers, it's fantastic that there's competition across all these different cryptocurrencies to have super fast, super cheap, super reliable transactions for the entire world to use as peer-to-peer electronic cash for the world. There we go. And again, I'm just shocked. Like I spend way more money on ETH gas fees than gas for my car. Like it's not even close at this point. And I think a lot of us are at there. But that's the nice part. Now we have all sorts of other EVM chains with lower gas fees that we can use. And so the market can compete. And we're seeing that happen, right? So Bitcoin used to have 90-something% market share. It's far, far less than that at the moment, but that's okay, right? iPhone 3GS used to have the vast majority of market share amongst iPhones. Well, now there's iPhone 15 has a lot more market share than iPhone 3GS. That's a good thing. And it's the same as these new cryptocurrencies come out. Don't be a hater of the new cryptocurrencies as they come out. Be a supporter, because the technology is going to get better and better year after year, month after month, day after day. And as better things come out, all of us get to benefit by it. So that's a really great thing. So be appreciative of these new cryptocurrencies as they come out. And again, it's really exciting. Most of these cryptocurrencies, they're set by the laws of mathematics, not by the laws of men. Like human beings currently set them up, but once they're set up, there they go. And that's really a fantastic thing, the stability that we have. Whereas with the Federal Reserve, we have no idea how many additional dollars they're going to print next week or next month or even today for that matter. Whereas with cryptocurrency, we have this programmed issuance and we know exactly what's going to happen there. And that's a really, really positive thing for them. So, and again, no runaway inflation. Like we've seen a lot of inflation these last couple of years. Cryptocurrency, that's one of the best parts about it too, is you know exactly what the issuance is going to be, and that's a big deal. So, and again, these public ledgers, fantastic. Anybody can audit them. Anybody can see what's going on. You can see the history all the way back to the Genesis block, all the way up till today. Many times that's fantastic, but sometimes you don't necessarily want all of that, but it makes accounting a lot easier. And it makes you very, very secure in your cryptocurrency, right? You don't even have to have the money. If you know your address, you can check on the computing device in your pocket. Oh, is my money still there? Has it moved? If it hasn't moved, you're still good as long as you didn't lose your private keys. And that's really, really a fantastic tool as well. Or if you're a big, giant institution, right? If you want to prove that you have your customers' money, you can point on the blockchain and say, hey, there it is, right there at our public address. You can see that it's there. And that's a really, really fantastic way to do that. So, and again, if you're not using a custodian, if you're using an actual wallet, thieves would have to attack the entire network to be able to take your money. That's very, very different than traditional things. So. And again, it's secured literally by thousands, tens of thousands, maybe some networks even have up more than 100,000 nodes at this point. Really, really amazing just how many people around the world. And I've seen some miners in the audience though. Who here at some point has run a full node or some mining stuff? Show of hands. Really, a lot of hands there. Some of you haven't. Even if you haven't, that's okay. But if you're a nerd, it's really, really fun and exciting to do it. So I recommend just trying it for the nerdy aspectness of it. It's really, really fun. And again, these are immutable, right? If you think about it, the start of the Bitcoin blockchain was the real beginning of recorded history, right? Because we have this blockchain that's going to go on for forever and ever and ever, and it's immutable. It can't be changed. Whereas books written in the past, maybe they were copied, maybe they were printed again here somewhere. Things change, right? The winners write the history. Well, with the Bitcoin blockchain, anything that's recorded in that blockchain can be viewed as the true beginning of recorded history because it doesn't change and it's there forever. And anybody can see and check it right there on the blockchain. And again, there's no chargebacks, there's no changing the history. It's right there for everybody. And again, with things like Ethereum and these other EVM chains, and Solana's the hot chain at the moment there as well, all these smart contracts, all these amazing, exciting things are becoming capable out there, where we can see things literally just happening. Once the code is set up and the code is written, it happens beyond the human control there. It's really amazing to see that as well. And again, a lot of people get confused and they think, oh, AI is going to take our jobs or this or that. Like, the more things we can automate in the world, the more free time all of us have to enjoy other things in the world. Or the more automation we can create for the production of automobiles or cars or computers or anything, the more free time we have to do other things. So like, the more things we can automate in the world, the better the world becomes. So don't be afraid of automation. And again, we've heard, code is law. We have no idea what the Federal Reserve is going to do tomorrow, but we can look at all of these different things on different blockchains and we know exactly how they're going to behave. And that's really, really fantastic. And again, the revolution started with public blockchains, Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, just about all of these. But that gave us this ability to look into the blockchains and see, hey, are these people being honest with us? Do they have it? And compete direct with fiat currencies where we don't know what the case is going to be. And so Satoshi designed it to be that way. But he also thought that in addition to being totally audible, he also thought that with a little bit of additional effort, you'd be able to have privacy on the blockchain as well. But it turned out that wasn't really the case on Bitcoin. And so we saw a lot of commerce move from public blockchains to private blockchains, like Monero, for example. A huge amount of commerce did that. And then later, we saw Ethereum come along, and everybody did tokens, 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 and now there's so many different EVM chains and so many tokens happening all over the world. But you have no privacy with any of the tokens. There's basically no token privacy. So I thought, well, a lot of commerce moved from Bitcoin to Monero and other privacy tokens, privacy chains. I think the next step that we're going to see that we haven't really seen the market appreciate yet is we're going to see the world move from public tokens to privacy tokens. And so I implore you to go out there and look. What are the privacy token platforms out there? I'm excited about privacy tokens. I think that'll be the next big deal, right? So because in order to have some control over your own money, you don't necessarily want everybody in the world to know exactly what your balance is and how much money you have and what's going on there. So I implore you to think, if you were a fan of Monero, where are the privacy tokens? I think that's the next big thing that's going to be exciting in the world of cryptocurrency. And so anyhow, I just want to thank everybody for coming. What an exciting time to be alive. We're right on the verge of AI becoming the smartest thing on the planet. But just like there's lots of humans that are much smarter than me on the planet, I get to benefit from their knowledge and their resources and the things that they do. All of us humans are going to get to benefit from AI and the new things and the new amazing things that it's going to figure out how to do. So I just want to thank everybody and invite all of you again. If you're not using cryptocurrency in your daily life very much, use it more. If you're already using it a lot, get all your friends and everybody to use it more, because that's how we're going to spread this technology to the entire world. And I just want to thank all of you again for being in part of this amazing journey, because we're really changing the entire world for the better thanks to cryptocurrencies. So thank you all so very, very much.